Okay, hi. So, welcome. My name's Declan Ryan. I'm one of the coaches and I'm also one of the club owners. So, first of all, let me extend a really big welcome to Active Coach. You've made a really good decision joining. It's 4 weeks where hopefully we've got a chance to just try and give you an idea of how we can help you, how we can help you, importantly, get results, as you can see here on this little screen in front of you, and really start to get some traction in your health and fitness. I'm going to spend a couple of minutes just running through a few bits and pieces that we're going to sort of launch with you over the next 4 weeks. We're going to try and drip feed things to you so we don't sort of overwhelm you with too many tools or too many tasks up front. So you're obviously onto the platform which we have for onboarding all our new clients. So first of all, well done. First step, you're in. This is just a little brief overview of some of the tools that we're going to introduce you to over the coming few days and weeks. Anytime you get stuck, please just come straight back to either me through the chat feature on this onboarding platform or directly back to your coach, ideally using MyZone, which we'll come to in a moment. So this is us, Active Coach. It says it there, it's all about results. It's easy to join a gym. It's really easy to pay your 15 quid for one of these cheap gyms now and think that that's it, you're going to get fit. That's the easy bit. 15 quid is nothing nowadays to most people. I say that with respect, but in truth, it isn't a lot of money. But it's not going to get you fit. Getting you fit is all about getting down to the gym. It's about finding something you enjoy. It's about continuing to do whatever it is that you've decided to do. It's about doing the right thing so you don't get hurt. And it's about enjoying it. And importantly, doing it right so you get results. So I'm going to try and keep this short. I'm going to try not to waffle. I have a habit of waffling, as you'll see later. But here we go. So if we move on, this is a little bit about what we're going to be able to do for you. So coaching is for those people that have been bored. You might have been a current trainer coming down to the gym, just going through the same thing, getting a bit tedious, you're losing your mojo. Maybe you're coming down to the gym, you've been doing it for a long time, just not seeing results, you're not seeing any progress. Maybe you've got something a bit more firm. You've got a goal, you've got a holiday, you've got a wedding, you've got hopefully not an operation, but we do have people coming to us, they have an operation, they've been told they need to strengthen an area, lose a bit of weight. Maybe you're one of those people that has put off going to the gym for months, years, because you just think you're not going to fit in, it's not for you. Well, I can assure you everyone can and will fit in. So please don't be worried. Just get yourself down here, introduce yourself to your coach, and I assure you within minutes, certainly if not minutes, hours, you will be fitting in. Active Coach is also a more affordable way to train. It's going to allow you to come down and train with a coach every single time that you come to the gym. You just switch your mind off. You don't need to think about your training. Walk in, the program's ready. We'll adapt it and personalize it to you, to exactly where you're at, and we'll make sure you enjoy it. We'll make sure you stay safe. We make sure you do it properly, and importantly, because you're training with a small group, it's going to be much more affordable and you can train much more frequently with us. I already touched on it. Don't worry about getting injured. You are going to get some aches and pains. That's for definite. I've been training 30 years and I still get aches and pains. I wouldn't say every week, but certainly every other week I do something different and I also get aches and pains. So I'm afraid that's just part of getting fit and moving forward. But if you're not moving forward, as the saying goes, you're going backwards. Okay, so let's move on. We have our 5 pillars of success. You can see on this screen the move pillar is highlighted. We try and take a whole body approach to your health and your fitness. It's not all about just coming down to the gym and doing a workout. Obviously that's where we prioritize our effort because that's what we're experts in. But you're only going to get success if you try and focus on these 5 pillars, and that's going to give you this balance. It's going to give you a balanced approach to not only your health and fitness but also to your life. we realise that most people are busy. You've got plenty going on outside of the gym, and the gym is just a small part of your life. We don't want it to take over your life, and we don't want it to become something that makes you a bit weird. We don't want you to start being one of these people that won't eat when you go out to people's houses because you've got your own food and you're preparing everything in Tupperware boxes. You can do that, and we'll give you some advice on how to help with meal planning and taking stuff to work. But you've got to keep some perspective and balance on this. So we have our 5 pillars: move, fuel, learn, sleep, and relax. Each of them is important to your success, and each of them at some point during these next 4 weeks we're going to address with you. This is just a quick overview. You might have seen this already if you've picked up one of these videos before, or if you've seen any of our advertising material. So we have bespoke training for you. We have a training program which I'll cover in a moment, and we personalize that to you. We broadly all need to do much of the same thing, so there's no sort of special snowflakes that need something particular for themselves unless you have a very, very unique situation. Generally, most people will fit into a program which we can adapt and personalize to where you're at now. It's small groups, so you're not training one-to-one, you're training in a group of up to 4 people. Occasionally, if it's super busy, you might find another person sneaks in. You're going to enjoy it. You're all going to motivate each other. It's going to be fun. You're going to work harder than you would on your own, and the coach is there to make sure that you enjoy it and it's safe. We're going to focus on your habits. Habits are keys to actually keeping this going. It's very easy to start something. The difficult thing is actually keeping it going and making it something that becomes a part of who you are, a part of how you would define yourself. We're going to give you a body composition analysis, nothing to worry about. It's just a quick, simple test where you're going to stand on a set of scales which has a simple electrical current that passes through, and that identifies the proportion of body fat and lean body tissue that you have. It's important if you're on a journey to understand where you're starting from, your A to B, so to speak. So this is A, this is where you are now. MyZone, next screen, I think, if I'm not mistaken, is we're going to touch on that. MyZone is a tool that we use to help identify how hard you're training, so the intensity of your workouts. It's fun to use. It's an engaging tool that we use to communicate with the coach and to communicate between each other. So I'll run through that in a moment. We have nutrition support. We've got loads and loads of different tools. Again, we're going to drip feed this to you because we don't want to overwhelm you with so much stuff initially. So if you think there's things that you need and you haven't got yet, they're almost certainly coming. But if you're desperate to get going with something that is nutrition focused and you haven't received it yet, just ask your coach and we can fast track that to you. We have all sorts of team training as well, so various different classes. You've joined on our Active Coach membership. That's the top tier. That includes everything we offer at our clubs. So you can come down, you can train on your own, you can do some cardio if you want to add a bit of extra training in, burn a few more calories. You can take part in all of the many varied classes. If you want a bit of variety, by all means try that. It's not all about the small group training, but if you're limited for time and you're only going to make it 2-3 times a week, definitely prioritize getting to the Active Coach sessions. Accountability, motivation. So we are there. You've been assigned a coach. If you're not sure who your coach is yet, you're going to get a notification of who that is. Your coach is there to guide you through this first 30 days. We desperately hope you're going to stay on, because 30 days is not going to change too much. You are going to see transformation, we guarantee it. But fundamentally, you need to be training for much more than 30 days to see long-lasting, sustainable results. I come back again to that idea of creating lasting habits. That's really what we're after. We would like to be able to work with you for months, if not years, but we realise, circumstances change, people have different budgets, but our goal really is to work with you for more than the 30 days and eventually to educate and support you to the extent where we've made ourselves redundant, and you then are confident enough to be able to go and train without us in the gym, confident that you know what to do, how to work out, and how to manage your own nutrition and lifestyle support. Open door policy, so you can come down wherever we're open, and guaranteed results. I'll touch on that in a moment with you. Whoops, just lost you there. Let's get back. Okay, let's open ourselves back up again. Sorry about that. Shows we're human. This isn't an automated system. Okay, you can do it. This, believe it or not, is Graham. Graham is one of our coaches now. He's a qualified personal trainer. I'm not going to take any real credit for Graham's success. It is down to Graham. Graham, as you can see from the pictures, had a lot of weight to lose when he started with us probably 5-6 years ago. This middle picture here, this is Graham when he first came down to the gym. This is Graham now. In fact, that's probably Graham a year ago, and he's even slimmer and bigger smile than you can see there. Graham just committed to getting the work done. He focused on his nutrition. He focused on getting down to the gym, making it a habit, and he's been rewarded with the success that gives you. And amazingly, I say he is now a qualified level 3 personal trainer, and if you train at the Luton gym, you will see him and he may be one of your coaches. Okay, MyZone. So MyZone is a system we use for tracking your heart rate. These are the screens that you'll see in the clubs. I'll give you a separate MyZone video in one of the future videos, so I won't go through it too much now. Like I say, I'm not going to waffle. You can see I already am, so I'm not going to waffle too much. These are the screens that you will receive on your MyZone app, which is free to download from the App or Play Store. So it's going to allow you to book classes. It's going to allow you to log into the club. Once you click onto your home screen, it's going to give you an overview of your workouts. It's going to give you an overview of anyone else that you're connected to, which will definitely be the coaches. And we also encourage you to connect to anyone else within your club. It's going to give you an overview of when you've been training, the intensity of the workouts you've been doing. So your coach will be able to look at this with you and identify whether or not you're sort of sticking to the goals that you've set yourself in terms of the times you're going to show up at the club. It'll also record anything you do outside of the club. So if you decide to do a park run, if you're going for a walk with your dog, put your belt on. It's going to pick it up, and it's all good activity and it all counts. Finally, this screen, this is just one of many screens you see, so I've just picked a few of them, but this is the body metrics. So this is going to give you your weight, body fat, a fitness score, and your metabolism. Loads of screens. That's just 4 that I just decided to highlight for you. This is just an example of some of the pictures from the club. They're not the greatest of photos, so apologies for that, but these are real people down at the club with the coaches, and they all are people like you who had to start somewhere. Everyone has to take that first step, so don't worry. More pictures. These are people working out. These are active coach sessions. You can see they're working hard. There's a mix of ages, mix of genders, mix of abilities, and they're all just getting it done and enjoying it. You're going to fit in, so don't panic. Just get down to the club and get started. Okay, a little bit more about what we offer. These are a few of the girls training down at the Stevenage Club, for those of you that are joining Stevenage. So we're very result focused. We've got a supportive environment and atmosphere, so the coaches are there to support you, but importantly, you're all there to support each other, you and the other guys and girls that are on the active coach. We're going to push you. We're going to make sure you work harder than you would if you're just drifting around the club on your own with your phone, listening to a bit of Spotify, probably sort of dipping in and out of your social media. It's sociable. We're going to keep you accountable. My face is just hiding that there, and it's going to be fun, I promise you. These are the programs. Again, I'm going to do another video covering this in more detail, but you are going to have 6 programs each quarter. The programs are going to be structured with a warm-up, a metabolic or skill section to activate your body, a strength section to build up strength and shape and tone, a strength capacity section to build up your ability to work longer and to endure the work for longer, and then a conditioning section at the end, which is where the coach can really just put their own stamp on things, and that's just going to empty the tank, so to speak, so you end up walking out with a sweat on and a smile on your face, and that's going to be varied and different every single time you train. This is how we structure it. So Monday, Tuesday we do program 1, Tuesday, Wednesday is program 2, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is program 3. The following week is program 4, 5 and 6, and then we repeat, and at the end of the 12 weeks